the wisdom imparted to us, and today we're going to continue that. And for our first speaker, we're going to have the assistant professor, former assistant professor of mechanical engineering at Clemson University. And I had the pleasure of meeting Judy Wood last September in Washington. It was actually September 24th at a big anti-war rally that coincided with hearings on the 9/11 Commission, which was held by the Congressional Black Caucus. With her engineering background and understanding of physics, Judy knew from the moment she saw the towers fall, they could not have collapsed in that manner without there being other elements involved as cause other than the fire or impact of planes. Please welcome Judy Wood. Yeah.
Better.
Much better. Okay, great. So they're like two trees, here and here, and they were designed before the fancy term of biologically inspired design came to be. But I believe they are a biologically inspired design. They're designed to withstand Category 5 hurricanes. How? And how do trees withstand it? They can sway in the breeze, the same as the towers. So these are very tall structures. How do you think that they collapse or fall down? Well, here's a tree that's turned over, and you can see its roots sticking up. But then we typically see the leftover trees lying horizontally. This one is petrified, so it's been there for quite a while. So how does that compare to how the Twin Towers come down? Oh dear, that doesn't look like we would expect. This building, I believe, is around 40 stories tall. This one we know is 47 stories tall. Where are the other 70 or so floors? There's the building in perfectly normal condition below that point, and there's no building above that point. It's a big puzzle as to what would cause the building to do this spontaneously. Well, let's look at the structure, how it was designed and put together. We have this core, and then we have the outer rings, just like a tree with rings. And if you look at the side of this tree here, you can have the Keebler elves cutting out this chunk out of the side and putting their house in there. They could even let their cookie oven catch fire. And do you think it would affect the stability of this structure? So cutting out a large chunk out of the side of this building is not going to affect its stability. Here's a tree that I saw on the internet, somebody taking down a tree. It was rotted out, it was hollow. And they had to work at it pretty hard to get it to come down. It was completely hollow, they chunked out the front and the back, and finally they got it down. And you can see it was just completely rotted out. So with it completely rotted out, why wouldn't a big chunk taking out of it like that cause it to come down? So now let's look at the towers. We have the bark on the outside. And we have the structure that goes between the middle and the outside. Here's the outside edge. The floors are bolted from the outside to the inner core. Here's the core. You can see very substantial columns, very beefy core columns. Here are the outside columns, and the floors are bolted between the two. And there'll be another one bolted up here. So can you imagine if those floors started pancaking down, what we would find? We would find this core column still standing, we'd find the outer column still standing. You'd just be missing the floors. built a lot like a tree, a ring, a tube within a tube, which is an extremely strong design. There's nothing short of some pretty high energy devices that could bring it down. The tree is built of rings, and it can undergo some damage early on in its life. It takes a licking and keeps on ticking. It can heal and keep growing. So if you shoot a bullet through this tree, is it going to affect its ability to stand? Flying planes into the Twin Towers is equivalent to shooting a tree with bullets to try to bring it down. So to familiarize where the events happened, supposedly a plane came from the north, and supposedly a plane came from the south, and entered the towers. Then we have this other mystery over here. Notice there's some other buildings and street in between. But you all know that. So again, here's this building looking like a volcano due to a couple of bullet holes through it. Now, does a tree collapse from the top down, turning into sawdust? Apparently so. Now we're going to look at the official story. They tell us on page 305 of the 9/11 Commission report that the South Tower came down in 10 seconds. You gonna buy that? Recently, the NIST report said 11 seconds for the North Tower and 9 seconds for the South Tower. Okay, 10 seconds plus or minus. Is this reasonable? Let's figure it out. How complicated of a model do we need? If we keep it simple, we just need to prove that they're wrong. That's all we need. Now, if I give you this story that I ran 10 miles to the store, then 5 more miles to the bank, 7 miles to the dog track, maybe I placed a bet there, maybe I didn't, 21 more miles to my friend's house, and then back home, all in 2 minutes. Are you going to believe me? No. What are you going to use to disprove me? How about the world's record for 1 mile? 3 minutes, 43 seconds for 1 mile. How can I run 43 miles in half that time? Seems pretty impossible. So remember, the proof need not be complicated. We're going to use the same type of proof to look at how the towers came down, to prove that it had to be controlled demolition, had to be intervention. We don't need to prove how long it should have taken, or how much longer it would have taken me to run that 43 miles if I stopped to place a bet at the dog track. Now, they were saying it was pancaking in the original report. We're going to see if that makes sense. So, let's say here's where the damage zone is, and the building starts coming down, and you have a stack of pancakes at the end of the day, or at the end of the 9 seconds. Or does it just go poof on the way down? How might we model this progressive collapse? Now let's look at the data. Here we have the street with what looks to be the top half of one of the towers, at least. And at the end of the story, we have this little pushman traffic scooter. You can even see the tires and the hubcap, so we know that the material isn't very deep.